What is pop, lock, and dropping, my sexy saxophones and other type friendarinos? I am Tessellating Hexagons, and I haven't recorded this game in 2 months. Also, this is a hat in time, and all I remember is, in the last episode, we went to Alpine Skyline and just got to the main bit of Alpine Skyline, because this chapter has an introductory sequence, and there is that there. I believe we found that before, so I guess we'll just go and find that now. Fair warning, it is entirely too hot today, so if I can't think properly and if the computer absolutely dies, those are both reasons why. Also, because we've now reached the Goat Village, I think it's called the Goat Village anyway, it just sort of immediately spawns us here whenever we go to the free roam mission. In fact, I don't even know if you actually can go back to that starting area, so that's been and done. So let's do the wisest thing imaginable and just go straight for the purple time rift. So we'll have massive spoilers on what happens in this chapter, we'll have massive spoilers about the people, and I'm not even mad. Well, it's not even spoilers, this is one of those areas that has like implicit storytelling and shit, which I know certainly, Nitro Indigo, if you're watching, you're a fan of that sort of thing, right? Right? Well, anyway, surely it's a wise move on my part to start my return to playing this game with a time rift, which demands platforming skills when I haven't played this game in a while, so I barely remember the controls, except it's so natural that it doesn't even... How high can Hat Kid heat? Because heat means jump, obviously. But yeah, this game controls so naturally that I don't actually feel like I'm suffering here, because I'm controlling correctly. It just comes naturally, okay? But yes, so there will be gimmicks in here that we will see later on in this chapter, and it's like, whoa, spoilers and shit. Now, this area, I distinctly recall, first of all, I know there are fuck people in here. They're not fun. Now, I swear, it's like, whenever I come in here, or when I've seen others come here, they just go straight for those hookshots and, like, completely miss that there's that there, and there's this over here, so I'm just gonna go this way. Oh, good, I do remember how to control that as well. That's fine and fun. But yeah, like, it almost looks as if those aren't there until you go to the main island over there, but no, they are, as I've just proven. So yeah, we need to find some rift ponds, we need to find some... It's so tempting to call them map pieces, but they're not map pieces, they're just memory frargs. Frarg, of course. Slang term for fragment. I hate how slang is slang for shortened language, if it even is. But what bothers me even more is that all 4 seasons of the year are 6 letters long. Like, no, they're not, no, because spring is 5 letters, summer is 6, autumn is 7, and then winter is like 5.5. They don't feel the length they are. I know, we can't open this yet, but that's fine, because I wasn't about to leave it, because I feel like there are at least 2 Frargs in it. I'm going to call them Frargs now, and you can't even stop me. That's the thing, if you take like a 2-month break from Let's Playing, you come back with a whole new range of fresh, spicy memes out of the oven toaster splouse. Or I could just be as surreal as usual and no one will enjoy. Now, you see that cat face there? There are cat fuckers here. The cats are the fuck people. I hate them. You can sort of see them there. They do that. There are a lot of them in this chapter. They apprehend you, they steal your stuff. Sometimes they even steal your hat. Sometimes they will punch you in the face. And even if you're fighting them, like, they won't... Like, you need to jump at, like, the last possible second in order to even start countering them. I see you there. Which is funny, because when I... Like, playing this game by myself, I never see them. I never see them coming. Even though I know where they are. Like, I can see them, and in this case I've actually dealt with them. But yeah, they are very fucky. They have fucktoples of knockback. They are just evil, evil babies that I do not enjoy to any extent of my knogle. Like, KN apostrophe. Whatever the fuck I just said. And just... Somehow the way I worded that reminded me of Yuki, and oh no... Oh, sad. Everything is sad. I'll just go back this way. I think that's how I got here in the first place. Well, whatever. But yeah, just something about my memeage today reminds me of Yuki, which then in turn makes me think this would be a decent game to do a versus of. There we go. We just need to do a little bit of an extra duck, jump, and quangle. And apparently there's just 1 Frarg in here. I could swear there was a second Frarg. Well, this is a fairly extensive place, so maybe never mind. Oh, good. Restorations of healthy poo. Healthy, you know when you do a nice firm turd and it's an indicator of good health? Me neither. What the fuck, Tess? Well, anyway. Ooh, a symbol that may or may not look like it will become important later in this very chapter. It will. I can confirm from first-hand experiencia. Is that a word in Spanish? How do you say experience in Spanish? I used to know, and I may have just said it, but just with a really terrible accent, which reminds me, for some reason, of Eurovision 2014, in which Ruth Lorenzo represented Spain, and I think no one in this country realized she was Spanish until she represented Spain, because she was in the X Factor, and according to Spanish people, she performed the Spanish parts of her song with a very, like, English-speakery accent, sort of to the same extent that I criticized Estonia at Eurovision this year, 2018, for, like, the song was, like, the lyrics were in Italian, but it was like GCSE standard Italian. But maybe that's just my opinion. I've never studied Italian, and I'm certainly not a native speaker, so I couldn't say with any fnap of certainty the exact quality of it. It just sounded basic. And that isn't me going on how it, like, sad! Everything is sad. And we're back here. I was going to say, like, this isn't me basing it on, oh, that combination of syllables sounds like it's probably basic. No, it's based on my knowledge of other languages that are from the same family of languages as Italian. Like, oh, that's a really basically constructed sentence, which isn't an insult necessarily, it just sounds like it's a really simple set of sentences because it's only in opera because it's an Italian song, obviously. Anyway, yeah, climb up that, you get what do I call it? A frog? Because it's like a fragment in Prague. You go to the Czech Republic, you remember things, you get frogs, you get frogged upon. Which reminds me of when I first heard the phrase, what was it, myocardiac infarction? I thought it was actually infaction. Oh good, we have crows. You don't matter in here. And I just thought that my teacher had an accent of some flavours. Was that did I just get pon? Well, now I'm inside water and cannot see it. See, I do have stories, funnily enough, about my GCSE level biology teacher, but I won't share them because that would be in poor taste, because unfortunate things happened to her husband, and she sort of was never able to move past that in her daily life, so she kind of depressed everyone by talking about it on a regular basis. Anyway, yeah, that's all I have to say about that, because I don't want to remember too much about my high school days, because then everything will be actually sad. Now, this is a complex area. Also reminiscent of, like, it's sort of like a combination of two places we will see later on in this chapter, and I'm painfully aware that I'm going to spend this entire episode just dedicating stuff to this place that spoils everything about everything, except it's not really spoilers, it's just I'm doing things in a quengulous order. Is my surreal inability to commentate like a normal person irritating in any way? Because I know some people love me for it, and to you lovely people I say, why? Why do you enjoy me? Am I really that enjoyable? Now, can I climb further? Can I come further? Come further, and listen. The beat of my heart keeps on missing. I notice it most when we're kissing. Come closer and hold me tonight. That's right, come closer and cuddle me tight. My heart goes boom bang a bang. I don't even, like, I was starting to quote a YouTube poop and it just turned into boom bang a bang. What is my snelf? Oh yes, you can go inside the wetness. You can witness the wetness from within, as opposed to without, which actually can be used as an antonym for within, but nobody does. Again, it reminds me of high school memories, which I shalt not divulge. Anyway, we need to actually go further to this way. That's a point. What do I even have equipped? Yeah, no, these are all fine. I'm still shooketh from the revelation that perhaps, and I cannot prove one way or the other, perhaps I could have, what am I trying to say? I could have checked how many Rift tokens I had before the modding update, and it just never occurred to me to click in a certain place, so that shows that the design stuff they changed in up... Like, the fact that, we have this swirly star thing indicating, hey, idiot, you can click here. That's a useful design update thing. Here. I still... You know what, I don't like this mask. Nothing personal. Oh, we're only 3 pieces away from our next hat. Anyway, fox mask. This looks cute. Oh yeah, this is a thing we have to deal with later. Eggs that chase you around and then explode. Spoilers, it explodes. There we go. You took your time. Again, painful, very knockback, just generally be aware of the future. Good advice, just be aware of the future. Just at all times, even when it's already happened, because the future now is also someone else's past. You will never take someone else's first steps twice, or whatever it was that I said in that, like... Okay, take a step back for a moment, Tess. At some point, I had a radio show, and every day I would do this segment where I would share a dream that I'd had and ask people to interpret it, and one of them was this really profound quote about walking in someone else's shoes or something. Anyway, I have 4 out of 5 Frargs, but I'm not worried because I know that there's another one in this area somewhere. It might even be here. It's not here. That's a rift pond. That's fine. We're doing fine. We're doing okay. We're doing... That's all we're just doing. Now, can I walk on this? I cannot. Now, okay. I don't know whether to approve or not of the half meme, I suppose, at the moment, of everything... Oh! Okay. Sad. I'll find another way around. Of adding N''T to existing words. Can I go around that way? I don't think I can. Okay, I'll just go back to where I was and I'll carry on this thought. Speedrunning tactics! Life hacks and such like. Where is my shadow? Okay, so this meme of putting N''T on existing words, like, on one hand I approve because that fits quite nicely into my vernacular, but on the other, I was doing that anyway and I saw on the way back here I need to go this way. I completely forgot that this was a side shoop you could shoop sidely. But yeah, I've been doing that for ages anyway, and I'm personally affronted that everyone else is using it as a meme, and then if I do it too, then people will think I'm following the meme, but no, I didn't invent the meme, but I was doing the meme before everyone else moaned it. Anyway, here's the last frog. Question remains, how do I get over there? I want to find the way, and it could be as easy as just go the way I was going and have more faith in little kid's hat face and ability to jump. Oh, no, there is just that there that I somehow just did not see. So I'm giving all this shit to other players who don't see hookshot targets in one of the previous areas, but then when I don't see it, oh no, that's just me being a professional gamer. Good. Did I just get thwacked aside by the thing opening? It could just be that I dived a bit too early. I will own that. Either way, we have reached the end of Stenk. You know the end of Stenk? When Stenk terminates, you have reached the end of Stenk. And once again, we shall experience spoilerific tendencies, except not really. Now give me my due punishment. I would like to obtain mad munnage. It's explusionary. Ponds! Feed me with your ponds. I like that they're called ponds as well, in case I never mentioned that. Timepiece! Take me away to the land of the cubes. That's a logical thing, isn't it? Ooh, is that a new screen transition? I don't recognize that. Or whatever. We got all 5 frogs. The Twilight Ascent! There was a guy. He followed some stars. He found a big star. Climbed a mountain. Prayed a little bit and turned into Jesus Buddha. And then he grew a flower. Mike Wazowski. I have no explanation for anything you just heard. I don't like flat hairs. I don't like... I don't like the various dweller masks. I'm just hoping that with the Rift token update, like with a modding update where you can get Rift tokens from doing mods, I'm hoping that that will allow me to unlock every single hat flare in the game, just because I crave completion. Now, I don't really know what else there is left to do in the universe, so I guess we'll just head back into here and see what we can do. Because we have like 5 minutes of episode left, except that's without editing, so I don't know. Because, like, the main things to do here are all fairly lengthy. Like, you head off in the 4 cardinal directions and you end up in various places. It would be helpful if I had another time rift to do, but alas, I do not. Well, perhaps we can just go in a direction and see what we can see. I don't need to talk to you. Have I spoken to you yet?
Telescopes let you look at faraway peaks.
Very well, then. There's a place. I guess we'll head that way. Fine, sure. Don't get too close to the goats. They will go full, I'm a chuckster, and then throw you away. Which way? The away way. The I way way. Wait, where's the green? Oh, you're leading me towards the red. I want to go green. I want to go green for... Let's go green for Jesus. I'm not a religion. Oh, hey, Archdell. It's been too far.
I sell is of value.
What do we got? That's not as useful as it looks. I mean... For completion and for glory. I mean, we may as well. There's not really... I don't recall there being much else worth getting, and we're going to be coming upon a lot of ponds over the next few missions anyway, so sure. I just don't intend to equip it long term. And then we'll get this as well, because this is useful, but I only have 3 hat pins, so I don't intend to equip it. But it is useful. It would have saved my bacon in the rift we just experienced. You're welcome, Archidel. Now that can't speak. That just leaves the Banjo-Kazooie badge. Anyway, what do we have before? We have the magnet. Hookshot's fine, that's fine. Okay. Well, in that case, we shall just bounce verticality. We will bounce in the house and head to the Twilight Bell. Except, we won't be able to go all the way there just yet, so just trust me. We need to make some preparations while we're here. Now, take note. I may have mentioned this already, but that's because the last episode was recorded like 2 months ago. This beacon here, if it's green, there's nothing left for you to do in this particular area, you just need to progress. If it's red, there is stuff to find, whether that's like story progress in terms of opening doorway forwards. Thank you. Whether that's like story stuff, like opening the forwards way, or if that... Good. Like, I will own these mistakes. Like, I am fucking up here. I'll own that. But still. So, whether that's opening the way forwards, or if there are collectibles in the area, those... If there's anything left in an area, then they will be red. And then it will show you a cutscene of them turning green, if there is still stuff to find. That said, it doesn't account for these, apparently. We got a Rift token. We can buy stuff from the machine. Can we, though? No, we only have 2. We could, in theory. Also, there's this. There is a dingus to bell. And you may notice that, you know, the bell is green. This is also a green bell. Ooh, that took a moment. I nearly ran off the edge because of your slow spawnage. Ding a subsequent time that I might join the ladder. Join the ladder. You do need to have a bit of vertical haste here. Except this seems to be going a lot more slowly than I remember. But then again, I suppose if you take too long, then like that top stratum, that top platform is the first one to go. Well, we've reached the tippy top of the tootle, so I'll just head down the way. Now, the magnet badge is a lifesaver here because you can aim for these ponds, but you don't have to. Like, even if you aim away from the ponds, the magnet badge will still get you them, so it really does not matter a slightle. A slightle piece. A single slope. A single slope. Here we are. The Twilight Bell. Yum yum. And each of the 4 main areas of Alpine Skyline has a little opening thing like that. Archdale, you're still here. Do you have anything else in stock? Oh, you've upgraded already. Well, I say upgraded. You've gained other stuff already. Well, I can't afford any of these things, so thanks but no thank. Hello, friend.
Look at that thing. If only I could reach it.
Tee-hee. Well then. Random pods around the edges of this platform. I'm sure those won't be important at any point, so I shall cliffhang here and say that I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. And in the next episode, we will live with the consequences of dinging this bell.